she is, the Insurgent. Ironically named light armored personnel vehicle. Perfect for crushing small rebellions in a dictatorship or wiping out peaceful protests in an alleged democracy. Yeah. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the Missing Sock, and we're back with more Grand Theft Auto 5 online. That's nice sunset. Almost looks explosive. Behind our Insurgent. Yeah, so this is the Insurgent. Technically the heavy Insurgent, the HVY Insurgent. Alright, and there's another Insurgent known as the pickup Insurgent, and it has a gun in the back instead of this protective backing, and a more pickup truck kind of back on it. But that one is a Pegasus only vehicle, meaning it's only available by calling on your phone to Pegasus. So you'd have to call in here and call on there. So you can't store it in your garage. This Insurgent, the heavy Insurgent, you can store in your garage. Yeah, so this is great. So this is the heavy Insurgent. Yeah, one of the biggest vehicles you can actually store in your own personal garage. And it's one of the toughest vehicles in the game. So I bought mine a little while ago, and I haven't really done much with it, which is a shame, so we're going to change that now. So I did paint it black, as you can see. It looks really sharp and black. But I think we're going to change that up to a more desert marauder. We'll see. And I've also given it, our plates, Missing Sock. And I gave it turbo when there was a previous sale in the past. I gave it turbo just to save it some money. But I've had it just kind of parking and only used it here and there. So we're going to bring it out and get it all upgraded and show you guys. So yeah, that's the Insurgent. You generally unlock it from completing the third heist, the Humane Labs heist. That said, anytime Rockstar does any sales of any kind, and this goes for other vehicles, usually they unlock it for everybody during that time. So if there's anything locked to you, like the Kuruma or things like this, you can easily get them unlocked. But if you wanted to, anytime there's a sale, you'll be able to access it just like everybody else. I guess Rockstar does that just to make it fair for everybody. Okay, so the Insurgent stores fits 6 people. Okay, so it can fit 4 inside, so driver and passenger, and 2 in the back, and 2 on the sides as well that hang off the sides. Okay, so 6 people. That's pretty cool. And it has bullet-resistant glass. Let's see if it lets me in the back. Is it going to let me in the back? Sometimes it'll let you in the back by holding down the button here. No, looks like it just wants to drive today. Oh, yeah, there he is. Oh, he was sitting there for a second. All right. Yeah. So let me see here. I'm going to whip out my gun here. Blow out a simple pistol, I think. And maybe we'll go right to an assault rifle. So, it has bullet-resistant glass, windows. As you can see, no penetration. 3 shots. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. So about 15 shots, and then you're getting penetration. Okay? Now, it depends on the weapon, of course. The pistols will do different amounts. The sniper rifles will do different amounts. So we're going to get out a heavy sniper here. We'll see how many. Probably about 2 or 3 shots, I bet, on this one. Stopped 1. Stopped 2. Yeah, and then you can see it all shatter, and then you know it has no more. So it stops about 3 heavy sniper rounds. That's pretty good. That's one more round than I thought it would. Impressive. All right. So, yeah, if there's any competition for the Kuruma, for being the most popular armored car, it is almost certainly the Insurgent here. Okay, so a lot of people go with one or the other. I like both. Lots of people like both too as well. The Kuruma's fast and it's all-wheel drive and it's a cool vehicle, but it's only seats 4. This one seats 6. The Kuruma is 100% bulletproof. This is not. It's just bullet resistant. But the Kuruma is destroyed by one single RPG. So one single explosion like this destroys the Kuruma. Okay, so you don't even get a second chance in the Kuruma, whereas the Insurgent here can take quite a few more. So other vehicles like the V12 Shafter that we also own, it'll take 1 shot from the RPG, but the second shot will destroy it. So it's got an advantage on the Kuruma, being that it can take 1 shot more. Okay, but it doesn't have the 100% bulletproof like the Kuruma. And the Insurgent here has the bullet resistant as well, but its main thing is that it can take a lot of shots. So, most vehicles are destroyed right there with one RPG shot. Okay, so now we're going to give it another one. And that is 2 RPG shots, and it is still okay. Yeah. Now, I already know from experience that the third one will destroy it. Okay, and they already come fully armored, which is kind of nice. And look at that, it's like not even damaged or anything. Well, I'm sure it's damaged, but I mean, it's no visible damage or anything. That's impressive. Wow. Might have to call Lester in a minute to get rid of these police officers. Maybe we will destroy it and get insurance to get it replaced here for us. Let's see about the third shot. Yeah, there you go. 3 shots. I don't want to call Lester. There we go. 4 shots. Now I think you can get different results depending on where you hit the vehicle. Generally speaking, you do more damage in the engine bay.
Someone get him!
I'm busy, coppers, busy. Always interrupting all my fun. Alright. Lester. So we could fight them as usual, but they tend to be non-stop.
Which one of my skills is required? Okay, my friend. I'll take care of the LSPD. Leave it to me.
Yeah, get out of here. Yeah, looking at you.
Move it! Never seen a cop before?
Not one so funny looking.
Shit out of you! I don't play games! Come on!
Just for looking at him.
Gotta reload! An officer's been hit! Stop or I will shoot!
So there's the carcass of our Insurgent.
Nowhere to run! Ow! Give it up!
They can watch me steal their car. Alright guys, so in the middle of all this chaos here, just to remind you guys, for some people who aren't aware, it's easy to replace your vehicles. So we're just going to quickly click on the phone contacts and then go into Moore's Mutual Insurance, give them a call.
Moore's Mutual, how can I be of service?
And now it wants to replace my Insurgent for $8,000.
I'll do my best.
Now normally it's actually free if somebody else destroyed it, or if it was destroyed in missions, a lot of times it'll charge you no fees. So it's generally only charged to you when you destroyed it yourself, you know, and you do it like I just did. Okay, so that's how you replace your vehicle. For those who haven't done it very often, it's nice and easy. Once you get the hang of it, it's no big deal at all. Just quickly do that, and then I would usually just call up the mechanic and have them deliver it to me, you know. Or I'd have it returned to the garage. There's a lot of different ways of getting it back, because now it's just sitting at the insurance company waiting for me. But I can just do this.
You need something, huh? One of your rides?
And
let me know.
I think I've got it parked here for the moment. We're going to bring it into the office in a moment. So there's the Insurgent. And literally, while I'm still driving here, I can just press the button.
I'll bring it by.
And he'll be bringing it by somewhere in this area. Yeah. Now while we're doing that, we're going to put on some body armor. And some snacks. And there's our Insurgent back again. All while we were still driving. Okay, so once you get used to it, it's quite easy. Oh. Take that. Alright, I guess we can't get in our office right now. Those guys there. And I can use my CEO abilities to call off the cops. I can use Lester, but I already did use Lester, which is why I can't at the moment use him again. But you guys get the idea. So, now we're going to come back and do some more modifications on the,
What can I do for you?
on the Insurgent. So I'll bring you guys back in a minute.
Okay then. Wow. Weirdo.
once I get rid of them. Shouldn't be much of a problem in the Insurgent here. See you guys back in a minute. So I wanted to show you this. I'm just across the road in my Del Perro apartment here. Kind of use this as a temporary garage here and there in between things. So right across the road from my office. So we got our Insurgent back here, no problem. Oh, I didn't show you on the way out, did it? I knew But yeah, it's literally one of the biggest vehicles you can fit in the garage. I'm going to show you guys what I mean. Bring it back in here. And it'll literally scrape the top of some of these garages, see? It's awesome. So it gets pretty tight. Yeah. So, going to take it to the office and we'll upgrade it in the auto shop in there. But I thought I'd show you guys just how tight it is and why you can't fit the other Insurgent, because places like that just wouldn't fit it at all if it was even just a tiny bit bigger. Alright, so I'll see you guys back in here in a moment. I guess you can't go right into your custom auto shop, can you? That's alright. We'll bring it in first anyway. It's going to be in here from now on. It's new home. Along with all our other company vehicles. Yeah, look at that, it's huge. Alright. So now we're going to take that in and mod it in a moment. And these are our other armored vehicles that we currently have. As I was saying, so that's the Kuruma and the V12 Shafter and the Insurgent. Alright, so that would be the toughest one against all rockets and things like that, the Insurgent. Okay, take the most explosion, take the most punishment. That would be this one. Alright, by far. So we're going to play with that today. And this would be your fastest armored car. So if you're looking for bullet resistance, you're looking for an armored car that can take an RPG and keep going, and you're looking for the fastest one you can buy, that's it right there. The V12 Shafter. Armored V12 Shafter. It's a nice car. And then, if you're looking for 100% bulletproof, that would be the Kuruma, the armored Kuruma. Alright. But unfortunately, a single explosion, and that'll be toast. Yeah, you might be able to survive splash damage, they would call it, an explosion from here or around here, but a direct impact would take this right out. Yeah. Whereas the V12, you have one direct impact. Second one, you're dead. And the Insurgent, from what I can see, its fourth takes you out, but there's different results on those. Another interesting note about the Insurgent is that it can actually take a Rhino tank shell. So generally speaking, the Rhino tank shells, the tank gun is one of the most, the strongest vehicles in the game, or strongest weapons in the game, and it'll take out almost everything. I think the only thing that can take a Rhino shell is another Rhino, another tank, or the Insurgent here. So the Insurgent can actually take one round, and that's it. The second one will take it out. But that's still impressive. Almost every other vehicle in the game is destroyed by one single round. This can actually take one. Very impressive. Alright, I'll bring you guys back in a minute. We'll take this upstairs. Yeah, see the sun rises for us. I like the view when the sun's out better. Oh yeah, sun's just around the corner. Woo! Look at all that sun. Perfect. Alright, let's go grab that Insurgent. So, yeah, as we've seen in the description, it's $675,000 for these. Okay, which actually isn't too bad, comparatively speaking.
Just your friend, LJT,
Cocaine
telling you
full.
that the Coke factory...
He loves to tell you about that. Full again. Well, that's good. We'll have to do that after.
What can we do to it?
Alright, so here we are in our auto shop, in the office. Very cool. I like this auto shop. Okay, so let's upgrade the brakes. Race brakes, 35,000.
Sometimes,
Sold.
don't you wish you could put the brakes on light?
Can zoom in, do that, yeah. Engine, level 4, 33,500.
That's some powerful machinery.
Problem. Yeah, she's just a massive body. Okay, now horn, it's already got the stock horn, which actually isn't too bad. Not the club bar. I was thinking about the stock or the truck.
If you can make it, I
Stock is actually pretty truck-like. We're going to go with the
What's
truck
it
horn,
called,
though,
that
anyway.
novelty horn?
So there we go. I'll get it some xenon lights. Looks like we already did. So like I said, I already did a couple little things as I had this parked in the garage here and there. And I had some sales. I did a few of these things. I don't know if I want any neon lights for it. I don't think so. Not for this one. Not for now. Maybe later. So we've already got our plate on there, which is great.
Do you need a drink?
Okay, we're going to get to those colors in a minute. So let's get our suspension. Now, if you're doing a lot of off-roading, you might want to consider actually not lowering it. Okay, usually I lower every vehicle, but certain vehicles do perform better off-road, as long as you don't mind the tipsiness of them, I suppose you could say, the top heaviness of them. But certain vehicles like the Sand King are usually good with better ground clearance if you're planning on taking up the mountain quite a lot. But we're planning on using this for a lot of battle, a lot of convoys, so we're going to put in the competition suspension. Competition suspension. Oh, coffee wild, yes. Ah, there we go. Words were giving me difficulty today. There we go. Competition suspension sold. Alright, transmission. Race transmission. Only 40,000. Jeez, more than the engine upgrade.
Life is hard when you can have anything.
Alright. Okay, no turbo we already got. So that's ready to go. It's even faster. Okay, and we're going to give it windows. I think it needs some tinted windows. I find it hard to resist tinted windows. Just makes everything look darker, more menacing.
Don't she look pretty?
Doesn't she? Okay, now our wheels. Wheel tab. I'm not sure if I did this already or not. Off-road. Yeah, looks like I already added rock collar and painted them black. Yeah, I thought so. Wasn't sure. Rock collar are actually pretty good. A lot of nice ones though too. But I think I might actually keep it on rock collar. I don't know. Let me spec.
No rush at all.
So it gives you guys an idea of all the different looks. Mudslinger's not bad either. And I kind of like what I've got right now for the rock collar. It gives you a solid look on it. Solid, I don't know, military look, I guess you could say. Yeah. So, I think that'll do for us. Okay, what color's black? Tire design. Custom tires. Yeah, sure, we'll give it some all-terrain. Why not? Why not? $5,000 is just for some words. Why not? Now, bulletproof tires, so it's already got that. Kind of needed for a vehicle like this, if you ask me, if you're planning on battling with it, which is kind of its main thing. Okay, now tire smoke, I don't think that's really too important. But, yeah, maybe we'll get a black for now. But I don't think that's necessarily going to go for the paint job we're going to pick, but that's okay. Black is a good standard one other than just the white. Very inexpensive. Okay, so let's see. Exit vehicle.
Look after yourself.
Okay, guys, so that is a blacked out version. So we're going to paint it in just a second here. But a lot of people like the painted out, the blacked out version. I'm not sure if you can order it that way. I don't think so. I think I had to order mine green. And it looks really good in green. But a lot of people tend to like the blacked out version. It's probably one of the more popular ways you'll see it out there. It looks very, Black Ops convoy look, you know. It's a great look. Tempted to keep it like that. But we're in here for a change, and I'm thinking Desert Marauder for this one. So, let's go in there and change it. Modify.
What are you after?
And respray. Okay, now I think we're going to keep the matte finishes. This really does look great in certain pearlescences and certain blues and classics, but I want to keep it kind of military looking, so we're going to keep a matte look to it. I'm thinking kind of a desert look, but a dark desert. Maybe some grays, maybe some sand, some beige. Gives it to us. What choices do we have? Guess would be the dark earth. Oh, trap's not bad. Foliage green. It's actually not too bad. Not very desert though, I suppose. It's a little bit closer.
Whatever you desire.
Dark earth might be the way I would go.
Permitting.
Desert tan. Yeah, and I think that's the main choices unless we get into the metallics and pearlescence. Okay, so I'm thinking it's between these two. Dark earth and desert tan. I think I'm going to go dark earth.
Long and hard.
Yeah. All right.
Bodywork to match the driver.
There we go. Now we're going to go into our secondary. Okay. Now black does look good, I think.
Do you need a drink? Bubbles or something?
Be nice if you could get me a drink. That would be a great feature. Alright, well, it gives me some choices in there, but I think I'm going to try metallic here for a second. Because I'm thinking they do have some bronzes and things in here that they don't seem to give you in the matte. That might actually be good, like bison browns and things like this. Try that angle here. So some of the browns. There's a bronze. Not bad. Not quite what I was hoping it would look like, though.
Life is hard when you can have anything.
Gold's not bad. Not quite what I was looking for either, though. Straw brown. It's actually not too bad. And wood beach brown. Gives it a little bit of a more of a wood tone.
No rush at all.
Saddle brown. That might be a good choice right there. I like that saddle brown. For the Desert Marauder look that we're going for. I do like that blacked out version. I'll try going back to that later. The nice things about the matte paint jobs and stuff is that they're not very expensive at all. It's a bronze skin. Yeah, I wanted to see some different grays, some different blacks on there. It just kind of goes to a blue silver pretty quickly. Instead of the gray shades I'm hoping for. Actually, no, that's not too bad.
Whatever you desire. Technology and budget
Anthracite black.
permitting.
See, there's our classic black, which is nice. I think it's a little bit better with the anthracite. If you can see, it just kind of blends a little bit better with the windows and the wheels and everything. Yeah, so I wanted a dark look. I like dark vehicles, as long as you guys might already know. And something a little bit more more battle. I guess this one kind of looks a little bit more, maybe more woodland and desert, but that's okay. I think that'll do. I like that.
Your cosmetics are on point.
My cosmetics are on point, she says, so can't argue with that. Alright.
I'm always here.
Oh,
Just
yes.
your friend.
I know, the cocaine place is full. Yes. Alright. Awesome. I love the ability to walk around in here. Okay, so let's take her out. So that is the Insurgent, guys. So not bad. It's $675,000 well spent. And they do sales on these often too.
Now what do you need?
Okay, and we're going to exit the ground.
See you next time.
Yeah, now she looks ready for battle. Now she's fully ready. Brucey.
Hey, buddy, if you want to feel the power pumping through your veins, call me and I'll hook you up with my juice. See ya!
With your juice. No, no thanks, Percy. I keep telling him. He just keeps going. Okay, so there she is on the street. She looks great, I think. Look at that. You wouldn't want to see that pulling up to meet you. Unless it was yours. Okay. So, I did want to show you guys here. Oh, not that. Let's hop out here for a second. Change my style so we can have a quick look around here. Okay, so there it is. Destroys vehicles very, very well. Now, one thing I did want to show you guys is I was showing you the bullet-resistant windows that are on there,
Dios mío!
which is just awesome. Okay, now, if you did want to keep your bullet resistance intact, you don't want to shoot out your windows. Okay, so we're just sitting inside here for a second so I can show you what I mean. You know, these bullet resistance windows only work from the outside in. Okay, so when somebody shoots you right there, the inside in, you're protected for at least a few rounds. But if I shoot from the inside out, right, like this, it'll shoot right through. See, it'll just break the window like it did there. Turn around here so we can do our other window. Oh, it is bullet resistance on the inside. Wow. Well, how come the other ones aren't? Yeah, well, the message still remains the same. When you're inside the vehicle, if you want to keep your bullet resistance, you generally do not want to be shooting out from it. You know, but once you're in battle, well, it's all rules out the window, right? And away you go. Okay? So, if you are driving around inside and you don't want to shoot out those windows, you may want to switch to something like your disarmed. Oh, I just seen the fist there. So you want the fist icon while you're driving. Some missions it actually has this disabled, just so you know. But then, you'll actually give people a bird. But this kind of keeps you from breaking your windows accidentally, if you don't want to. Of course, you can always just quickly repair the vehicle, and away you go. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of go over that you know, shooting your windows out from the inside does take out the bullet resistance that they have, obviously. And then people can shoot you. Okay. It's a kind of important note. One thing, though, I just learned right now doing that with you guys, though, is that it seems like these ones are bullet resistant from the inside. And I'll tell you, from the other vehicles, like the V12 Shafter, usually if you shoot from the inside, it just takes it right out. You know, like, in other words, 15 shots from somebody outside in, you know, but 1-2 shots from the outside out. I hope that makes sense. So when you're sitting in the vehicle, you can take them out pretty easily. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you like that. That's our Insurgent, ready to go. I think we're going to start using it for a whole lot more things now. Okay, and we can actually carry that around in our cargo bob. It's one of the more heavier vehicles for the cargo bob to carry, but the cargo bob can carry it. All right. Okay, everybody, so hopefully that gives you lots of information on that, on the Insurgent. One of the most popular vehicles in the game, I would say. Even though we haven't used it too much, it's a very, very, very popular vehicle. All right. And this will smash its way down the street too, if that wasn't already obvious by the front of it. You know, it'll just plow right through parked vehicles and all that kind of stuff, no problem. Okay. So that's one of the obvious other advantages to that, versus something like, say, the Shafter here, which cannot do that. In many ways, it performs like a regular vehicle, which is really nice for an armored car. But on the flip side, it can't plow through things very well at all. And the Kuruma does really well for a little vehicle that it is, but not nearly like the plow that is. All right. Well, I hope that helped you guys. Hope you liked the Insurgent video. If you did, please give us a like. If you're new here, you should subscribe. We like all new subscribers. It's free, and we appreciate it. Helps us out. Yeah. All right, I'll see you guys soon for the next video. Gonna put some more together real soon. Yeah. All right. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Bye-bye.